Hello? Anybody there? Let's see. Okay, let me get on here and see if I can grab some people and invite some people in. I know most people are probably out celebrating like crazy for the holiday, which is fine. Anybody here? Okay, got a few folks, looks like. Okay, let's see. Hi Judy, hi Josh, hi Kathy, hi Jean. Okay, looks like there's a few people coming in. I told you I would start early for you, Jean. And I did. 6:59. Okay, I don't know that we're going to have a whole bunch of people tonight. One, because it's the holiday, so happy 4th of July, everyone. But also, hi Bill, because there's another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator going live right at the moment, so we might not have as many folks. But I don't know if Madison made it or not. Anyway, so let's get going because I actually do have a really, I'm pretty excited about tonight's lineup because it features, let me grab these dies. I don't know if you noticed, I've been kind of doing a special of the week. Hi Beth Ann. Good to see you. So this is what I picked. It's the Delicate Lace Edgelits. Look at these. Let me move this stuff out of the way so you can kind of see that better. These things are so cool. And I was like posting the sample that Stampin' Up! Did, and it's with this one, and they had it on both sides. It's very, very, very pretty. But tonight I'm gonna feature these two since they weren't on there. Now you can find these in our catalog on page 217. They're right here at the top, Delicate Lace Edgelits. I think they're really pretty. So that's kind of what we're going to be using, and like I said, we're going to be using this one and this one. And I came up with two very simple but very fun projects that we're going to do tonight. I do want to tell you though, there's like some big news. There's a couple promotions going on with Stampin' Up! Right now, and this one has got to be my favorite. So buy 3 get 1 free. Our designer series paper, we have specialty designer series paper. It comes in 12 by 12 size, or it comes in the packs. And like, let me show you. Here's one. This is one that we're going to be using tonight. This is the wood texture. So this is the 6 by 6, and then the 12 by 12, which we're going to be using this tonight, this is actually the champagne foil sheet. So this is not designer series paper, but comes in the bigger 12 by 12 size for those who like that way of scrapbooking. But they have several of them. It's not all of the assortments in here, but they have several of them. I'm actually got this one ordered on the way. It's the Twinkle Twinkle designer series. We've got the Under the Mistletoe, and believe you me, it is not too early to start on Christmas cards. Nature's Poem, which is really pretty with that new Nature's, what is that called? I think it's called the Nature's Touch. Let's see if it says on here. It coordinates with the Nature's Poem suite. The Petal Promenade, this is really pretty. Tranquil Textures, the Animal Expedition, which has some really bright colors on the back if you don't like the animals. It's one thing that I do like about the designer series paper. Best Route, this one, which we're going to be using tonight, is the Garden Impressions. I love it. This one's the one I used last week, was the Tropical Escape. The Wood one that we just got done. So these are the ones that are on the special. So buy 3, get 1 free. Now that is only this month, July 1st through the 31st. So lots of specials and fun, pretty paper. And so I'm going to feature 2 of those paper packs tonight. So let's move this out of the way and let's get started. Okay, so I was showing you the dies, and there was this really lacy one, and I'm going to just get out, let's just get out the project pack here. So here's what it looks like when it's, I'll put it on this paper, when it is punched out. Now I just did it in the white. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock cut in half, and we're just going to fold it in half to 4 1/4 by 5.5. And this is our new gray granite. I wasn't sure about this color at first, but oh my gosh, I have not regretted it at all. It's gray, it's brown. It goes either way, and I think it's really pretty. So, and I thought that this was a really neat neutral on the back of this. And then this is a piece of 3 by 5.5 of the wood grain, that wood pack that I was showing you here. It has all different colored woods and stuff in it. I had to buy another one just because I'm running out for my first pack. So, I mean, it matches so perfectly on this. And so this is how I want to start this card off. And I just need to decide if I like the wood grain. I'm making, oh, let me get my card that I'm making so you can see. So this is the project, the first project that we're going to be working on tonight. So I'm making a wedding card. So I think I'm going to use the side that has less of the wood grain showing, just because I think that it's going to give it a more luxurious feel to it. And so I'm going to go ahead and just glue this on. I'm going to stop a second and see. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Kristen Tatum. There's 2 Kristens, Wenzel and Tatum. I don't know if Kristen Lafredo Tatum or Wenzel made it on, but if she did, hello. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up right here with that dotted line that they give you. And then I'm going to go ahead and just, isn't that neat? It just gives it, so you got that wood rustic feel, but then you also have the lace feel. I just thought this was so cool. My cousin Mara just got married, and she had an outdoor wedding, and she was wearing all lace. So Mara, if you're on here, I don't know if Mara made it on here or not, but she's probably still on her honeymoon with her hubba bubba. But this reminded me of you, and if I would have thought of this, I'd have made you a different wedding card, honestly, because I think this is perfect. Okay, so there, we've got the base of the card. Now, I am using, this is the basic black shimmer ribbon. I love this stuff because it's pretty, and I don't know, I'll try to stand up and see. Can you see that there's little shimmeries in here? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kristen Lafredo Wenzel. Gotta get that in there. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this around here and down kind of towards the bottom. And I'm going to just tie a knot instead of a bow for more than one reason. One, because whenever I get on here, I have troubles with bows. And 2, because I actually thought with the wood, I don't know, I liked the idea of a knot better than a bow, because a bow would be hanging kind of floofy off to the side, and I want something that's just a little more sleek. So let's see if I can do this now. I need like a third hand. So is anybody not from Iowa here? Because it was anyway, I don't know if it still is. It's raining where we are. I'm just going to cut those flags down a little bit at an angle. Okay. I'm going to move it so that it hides that. Oh, perfect, perfect. Okay. I'm also using, this is the stitched, do I have it in this one or the other one? So, out of all the dies that I like the most probably is this stitch frame, stitch shapes framelits, because it circles, ovals, and squares, and so they fit perfectly in with our layering ovals and our layering squares and our layering circles if you want to get a scalloped edge on that, which I do. So I just cut one out in basic black, and then I am going to use, I had to bring this whole stamp set. So I'm using the Flourishing Phrases, and this was actually a stamp set that they had last year, and I recommend it to anybody who is needing sentiments. I think it's a very pretty stamp set. I've used it for lots of different things, the images and stuff, very, very pretty, but I like the font, and on this one I loved this Marriage is a Journey. So we're going to use the Memento Black, Tuxedo Black, and I am just going to try to stamp this. And you know me, I always have to do a test. Okay, I like that. I'm going to just try to stamp this kind of right in the middle. Make sure it's good and inky. Try not to get my head in the shot. Yay! So I'm going to glue that down. It looked like I went round and round more than what it is. I just put a very thin little bit on there and just center that in to the middle of the black, and then I get that scalloped edge. Oh, so pretty. So let's get out some dimensionals to pop it up. Okay. I didn't want this edge to be off. Okay, and then my embellishment box. I am in love with these things, and I have been using them. You've seen me use them on a couple of different things. It's these blossom elements, and I think this is so pretty. So let's take the blossom elements, and this time, should we do the darker or maybe the yellow? Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's do it a little different. We'll do the yellow. It just hit me. Okay. And then my last thing. Do you guys remember this from last week where I talked about using the, okay, I got some here. The Stampin' cases. Now these are from our old ones when we had them all stuck together, and that's okay. I bought a buttload of our, I'm just going to add a little pearl element up at the top. They don't come like this now where they're in a row, but you can just add 3. There you go. Ah! I love it. I love it. Okay, let me see the love. Tell me you guys love it too. Oh, it's raining in Georgia. It's 90 with a heat index of over 100. Yeah. Ugh. I'm trying to look back and see if I missed anything. Hi, Tara. My sweet Tara. Oh, thank you, Tara. Tara's my Stampin' sister. We just haven't actually met in person. We just talk a bunch online. Okay, so, oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, let me set these aside. And let me get my next project box out. So, of course, sticking with my theme, I'm going to be using the Delicate Lace Edgelits. Yeah. And I'm going to be using this one this time. And look at what I cut it out. Here's another designer series paper. This one is, we used the wood one last time. This is Garden Impressions. And I'm going to actually be using a piece like that. So I can set that aside. Let's get our project out. And of course, I had to use my stitch shapes again, and I'm just using the largest circle on here. So to start off, of course, I'm going to do my card base. This is Pacific Point, and it's just a half a sheet of cardstock, cut in half at 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 only. I didn't score it, I just fold it and burnish it. Okay, so the last card was going portrait. We're going to do landscape. So this one, when you cut it out, and I'm going to tell you my little secret here. I used a 2-inch piece by 5 1/2-inch piece of this champagne that I was showing you earlier, the champagne foil sheets. And you could use whatever. We have champagne, rose, I think, copper, silver, and gold, I think. Do we have rose? Well, anyway, I'll have to look that up. So when you cut it out, I used a 2-inch piece because as I was starting to do this the first time, I thought, you know, I wonder if I'd ever use this for something. I don't know what yet, so that's why I cut it out that much. I don't know, maybe it's like too sharp looking, but I thought I'll try it. Maybe I could use it as dino teeth for a kid's card, who knows. Put a glimmer and shimmer on it. Okay, so this thing has a lot of little parts in it, and I just went ahead and pre-cut it for you guys using our die brush to kind of get those little pieces out. But when I did it, because I was pressing a little harder, I kind of went this way so that I'm not putting impressions on my foil sheet. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining. Okay. So here's this piece, and this one is cut again at the 5 1/2 because we're going to go ahead and do the across the landscape, but at 1 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down first, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach you something. Some of you probably already know because you're already pretty good stampers in this group. I am using just the green glue. It's stickiest and in the humidity here. It's just what I prefer. And I'm going to try to get it right down here to the edge where the little dotted line is. That helps me line it up straight. Make sure. Yep. Okay. That was the other reason, is then I have a good piece to stick on. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down so my card base is going to be done, and then we'll do the focal point. Okay, so now this is going to be our focal point, and I am using 2 stamp sets in this. One called Botanical Bliss, and it's kind of in the catalog, and it shows a lot of things to do with tags, but for some reason I haven't made one tag with it yet. I've made a lot of cards, but we're just going to use this silhouette picture of this flower for right now. But for the wording, I wanted a different font for the wording, and so I'm in love with this Ribbon of Courage set and the With Faith All Things Are Possible, True Believer. So I'm going to start off with the Shaded Spruce Stampin' Right marker and the Pacific Point Stampin' Right marker. Now, I have demonstrated this before, but it's been a while, so this is really good to do this as a demonstration today. So there's 2 tips. There's a fine point, so you can actually write with the marker, and then there's a brush point. We're going to use the brush point, and we're going to take that little flower, and I'm going to color in the flower with the Pacific Point because I think it'll match beautifully. And by the way, both of these cards are my own design, and I love to own that. Because when I case, I do give credit. Oops, you know what I forgot? I forgot the other little flower. Over here patting myself on the back and forget the little flower bud. And then the stems and the leaves. What's perfect about this kind of coloring is you never go outside of the lines, unless you rock the stamp when you stamp it down. Okay, so once you do this, it kind of dries out a little bit, so you're going to want to put a little bit of your breath on the stamp to kind of moisten the ink again. So we call it huffing. See, you know, like when your glasses, I don't know if that shows. Can you see my breath on there? That remoistens the ink. I hope I got that in the right spot. I picked a circle. Oh, I did. Look at how pretty it is. See, I could just pat myself on the back all day long. Okay. Now I'm going to go with the Tuxedo Black Memento ink again, and I'm going to do our saying. And you know what? The minute I don't have, I want to see how I've got this lined up on my stamp or on my block. Okay. So I think what I can do, I can't tell if I've got that in between that leaf or not. Let's pray that I did. Ah, good enough. Okay. I was wanting that to kind of go right in between those 2 leaves. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to take this and cut off the very bottom. I'm going to cut it off right like that. Took our perfect circle. Why would I do that? Because I'm going to pop it up here want that edge to fit along the bottom here. I probably should have stamped that up a little bit more. So in my original, I stamped it up a little higher than what I have this one. Make do. Isn't that pretty? Okay, we have this beautiful tulle ribbon, and I went ahead and pre-made a bow, and I'm going to glue it on with a glue dot. And I'm going to do this. One thing I like about this is if you follow the stripes with the dots, it seems like you can cut this pretty perfect. I might need to work that around just a little bit. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that just cute? Tell me somebody loves it. Anybody? Do I get a heart or a... Apparently I don't have... There we go. There's a heart or two. Someone had a sad face and an angry face. Oh no. I'm hoping I hit a bunch of loves. Okay, so let me put that aside. End all this and bring in my other one. So the other one I kind of had was stamped up a little bit different. I had more area over here than I did there, but we just moved it. So here's our cards for tonight. What do you think, guys? Not too bad, huh? Okay, so there's more specials I have to tell you about. More. So again, buy 3, get 1 free. It's awesome. We also have, I'm kind of excited about this. So I had no idea this was coming, but they have offered a promotion. So when you buy our normal kit and join in to Stampin' Up, you get $125 worth of product for only $99. And they have added now, for this month only, from July 1st through the 31st, both of these specials are going on just through now through the 31st. If you sign up, you get your $125 for $99, but you also get a whole assortment pack of stamp pads. So that's either you get to choose the Regals, the Subtles, the Brights, or the Neutrals. Now you don't get the basics and you don't get the in colors, but you get one of these sets. So that makes the total value now at $192.50 for only $99. So if anyone's interested, let me know. I would more than love to welcome you onto my team. Okay, another one. Tonight I'm doing a special that if you purchase $50 using my host code, that I will send you all of the pre-cut supplies to make these cards tonight. So everything will be cut for you and everything will be ready to go. All you'll need is a little bit of some scissors and some glue to put them together, some adhesives to put them together. But I cannot stamp the images, so if you don't have these images, you can either purchase the images, or if you want to purchase the framelits, fine, and use your own images, that's fine too. But I will add that too. So that's also on top of if you join my team. So there's different specials tonight. Buy 3, get 1 free. Get the projects to make these cards tonight, and also the extra thing that Stampin' Up is doing with stamp pads. So this is really awesome. Okay, how do you guys get into my drawing? Who knows? You what? Share my video? That's right. share my video right now and then write on my wall that you shared my video so that I know, and that's how I put you into my drawing. If you would like to place an order with me, just be sure to use that host code unless it's over $150. After $150, it's considered a class, and this company is so awesome that when you reach that point, it counts as a workshop and you get hostess credits. So I want you to have them. Again, I'm on Pinterest and YouTube. Please tell people about me. Just remind them that the name is Piccadilly Stampin' with no G. I'm going to be back every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So let's get going for the drawing. Okay, we had a bunch of folks again, and I was kind of surprised by that, but I pulled out those names who I'm not supposed to, if I draw them, like Bill or whatever. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? Drum roll. Any drum roll? Any drum roll? What? How about a heart or likes or something so I can see that as a drum roll? Dun, da, da, da. Oh my gosh, seriously. Kristen Lafredo Wenzel. You won tonight's drawing. You won last week's, girl. Are you sharing your winnings with anyone? Let's see. What do I have that you have not won? Here. How about some sponges? Would you like some sponges so that you can do sponging? So it's 3 sponges, and I think I've showed before how you cut them in half. So this is yours for sharing my video. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, everyone. Be sure to put that you shared my video on this feed so that I can see it, because sometimes for some of you I can't tell who shares just because of your security blockings. So all right, I will see you next week. Have a great day. Oh, happy 4th, by the way.